You reach for it every single day. That beautiful rose-colored jar sitting on your kitchen counter, the one you paid nearly 4 times the price of ordinary salt for. The one the wellness influencer you follow called a game changer. The one with the mountain on the label and the promise of 84 ancient minerals and a body in perfect glowing balance. You trust it completely. You have never questioned it. Why would you? Because here is what the UK pink salt industry has spent hundreds of millions of pounds making sure you never find out. The majority of pink salt brands sold in Britain today are selling you a story, not a product. A story built on inflated mineral claims that nutritional science dismantles in seconds. A story built on origin labeling that independent auditors cannot verify. A story built on health language so carefully crafted it implies everything and proves nothing. I spent 4 months investigating 7 of the most popular pink salt brands currently sold in the United Kingdom. I reviewed independent laboratory mineral analyses. I examined supply chain documentation and origin certifications. I consulted food scientists and registered dietitians about what peer-reviewed research actually says. I contacted brands directly requesting transparency documentation and paid close attention to which ones responded and which ones did not. 4 of the 7 brands failed, on origin fraud, misleading health claims, contamination screening, or a combination of all 3. One brand may not even originate from the Himalayan region at all, despite the word Himalayan appearing on every surface of its packaging. But 3 brands passed. 3 brands sourcing honestly, marketing truthfully, and delivering exactly what their labels promise. Today I am naming all 7. By the time this video ends, you will never look at a pink salt label the same way again. If this is your first time here, subscribe right now and hit the notification bell. Every week we investigate the products British consumers buy and trust, and we go wherever the evidence leads. Hit subscribe and let's get into the brands. The science. What pink salt actually is. Before the brands, we need to establish the scientific baseline, because everything that follows depends on it. Himalayan pink salt is rock salt extracted primarily from the Kura salt mine in the Punjab region of Pakistan. Formed approximately 250 million years ago, its pink color comes from trace iron oxide content. In its authentic form, it is a perfectly legitimate culinary salt. The problem is the mythology built around it. The cornerstone claim of virtually every pink salt brand is the 84 trace minerals figure. Technically true, but what brands consistently fail to disclose is the quantity of those minerals in any realistic serving. A standard daily pinch of salt is 97 to 99% sodium chloride. The remaining fraction contains those 84 minerals in quantities measured in parts per million. To obtain a nutritionally meaningful dose of iron from pink salt, you would need to consume approximately 100 grams of salt daily. The NHS recommends no more than 6 grams total. The mineral story is not a lie. It is a profoundly misleading truth, and the industry knows it. Brand Mother 1, Himalayan Gold UK. One of the highest visibility pink salt brands in British retail, stocked in major supermarket chains with packaging that radiates altitude and purity. The supply chain documentation does not match the packaging ambition. When I requested mine-level origin certification, the document tracing a product lot to a specific extraction point in the Kura region, Himalayan Gold UK provided only a general supplier declaration confirming Pakistani origin. In a market where pink salt from Bolivia, Peru, Poland and Iran is routinely relabeled for export, a general country of origin declaration is not sufficient verification. The brand's marketing also deploys alkalizing and detoxification language, claims with no support in human physiological science, and the subject of previous Advertising Standards Authority rulings against comparable UK wellness brands. At the price premium this brand commands, probably fine is not good enough. Brand number 2, Nature's Root Himalayan Pink Salt. A mid-premium brand with a strong following in the natural health community, built largely through influencer partnerships and health podcast sponsorships. The health claim problem here is the most egregious on this list. Nature's Roots marketing references electromagnetic balance, the assertion that Himalayan pink salt helps the body manage electromagnetic frequencies from modern technology. This claim has no basis in physics, chemistry, or biology. Salt does not interact with electromagnetic radiation in any therapeutically meaningful way. This is not a misrepresentation of real science. It is the invention of a mechanism that does not exist. Third-party testing also found lead concentrations at the upper boundary of UK food safety limits, not illegal, but elevated and difficult to reconcile with the pure and pristine language anchoring the brand's identity. A brand making electromagnetic health claims in 2024 has prioritized marketing creativity over consumer honesty. Brand number 3, Sowell Himalayan Salt Co. Sowell presents itself as a direct-from-source operation, implying a closer, more transparent relationship with the Cura mine than standard commercial importers. The storytelling is compelling. The supply chain reality is considerably less romantic. Independent mineral analysis of Sowell's coarse grain salt revealed composition anomalies in 2 of 3 tested batches, specifically in the calcium to magnesium ratio and iron oxide concentration. Inconsistent with authenticated Cura mine samples, these anomalies do not conclusively prove geographic fraud, but they raise questions a brand claiming direct-from-source provenance should be able to answer with documentation. Sowell could not. Additionally, microplastic contamination was detected at concentrations above the median for all 7 brands tested, an indicator of inadequate post-extraction filtration. For a brand charging a premium on the promise of purity, that result is disqualifying. 3 brands down, 1 more failure to cover before we get to the 3 that genuinely passed every test. If this investigation is already changing how you think about what's on your kitchen counter, hit the like button right now. Every like puts this in front of more British consumers who deserve this information. Hit it, and let's finish the list. Brand number 4, Purasal Himalayan Pink. The most budget-accessible brand in this investigation, priced to compete with premium table salt rather than other Himalayan pink salts. That value positioning is, in one sense, its most honest quality. The problem is that Purasal continues to deploy the same 84 minerals marketing language and Himalayan provenance imagery as brands charging 3 times its price, while providing even less supply chain transparency than its more expensive competitors. Independent testing revealed sodium chloride purity above 99.2%, meaning less than 0.8% of the product consists of all other minerals combined. The 84 mineral claim is technically applicable to virtually any unrefined salt from any geological formation on Earth. It is not a meaningful differentiator. Deploying it to justify even a modest premium over standard table salt without supporting documentation crosses the line from marketing into misleading. The 3 brands that passed now, the part of every investigation that makes the work worthwhile. 1. Steenberg's Organic Himalayan Pink Salt, Harrogate, North Yorkshire. Steenberg's is a family business founded in 2003 with an ethical sourcing philosophy that is genuinely exceptional by British food retail standards. Their Himalayan pink salt carries verifiable Fairtrade sourcing documentation, mine-level origin certification traceable to the Cura region, and organic certification covering the complete supply chain from extraction to finished product. What distinguishes Steenberg's most powerfully is what they do not claim. No detoxification language, no alkalizing promise, no electromagnetic balance, no 84 minerals presented as a therapeutic benefit. Their marketing is disarmingly honest. This is a beautifully flavored, minimally processed salt from a specific and verifiable source. It seasons food. That is the complete claim, and the product delivers it without reservation. Third-party mineral analysis confirmed composition entirely consistent with authentic Cura origin salt. Heavy metal screening returned the cleanest results of any brand in this investigation. Microplastic contamination was not detected. This is what integrity looks like in a market that has largely forgotten what integrity means. 2. Sheringham Spice Commission Himalayan Pink Salt, Norfolk, England. Sheringham Spice Co. sources exclusively through a single verified supplier with fully documented Curamine origin, an auditable, traceable supply chain that the majority of brands on this list cannot demonstrate. What elevates Sheringham beyond supply chain excellence is their approach to consumer education, something almost no brand in this market has the confidence to attempt. Their packaging and website explicitly address the mineral claims mythology. They tell customers plainly that trace minerals in pink salt exist in quantities insufficient to constitute a meaningful dietary source, and that purchasing decisions should be based on flavor and culinary performance, not therapeutic expectation. That honesty is commercially brave. It directly contradicts the marketing language driving premium pricing across the entire category. Sheringham is foregoing revenue to tell their customers the truth. That is a brand worth supporting. Independent testing confirmed authentic Himalayan composition, the lowest heavy metal levels recorded across this investigation, and no detectable microplastic contamination. 3 Seasoned Pioneers Himalayan Pink Salt, Liverpool, England. Seasoned Pioneers has been supplying the British specialty food market since 1993. 3 decades of supply chain relationships and institutional knowledge that newer wellness-positioned brands in this investigation simply cannot replicate. Their Himalayan salt is sourced through established food-grade certified channels with full geographic traceability and regular third-party compositional testing published openly upon request. The brand makes 0 wellness claims, not one. Their pink salt is positioned purely as a culinary ingredient, a beautifully colored, delicately flavored finishing salt that performs with distinction in professional and home kitchens alike. The complete absence of health theatre in their marketing is, in the context of this investigation, the single most reassuring signal a brand can send. Compositional testing confirmed genuine Himalayan origin across multiple lot numbers. Heavy metal screening was clean across every tested parameter. No microplastic contamination was detected. 30 years of doing it correctly speaks louder than any mountain photograph on any label ever could. Closing. Here is what I want you to carry out of this investigation. The pink salt brands that need pseudoscience to justify their prices do not have enough confidence in their actual product to let it speak for itself. Genuine Himalayan pink salt from a verified source is a wonderful culinary salt. It has a mild, complex flavor that differs pleasantly from refined table salt. It is a legitimate, enjoyable kitchen ingredient, and that is entirely sufficient justification for its existence. It is not medicine. It does not extend your life. It does not shield you from modern technology or restore your body's ancient mineral balance. It is salt. Honest, well-sourced, beautifully colored salt. And 3 brands in this investigation are selling it as exactly that. Buy from Steenberg's. Buy from Sheringham Spice Co. Buy from Seasoned Pioneers. Put everything else back on the shelf.